Well, imagine a world where our water supply is cut by 40%. According to the United Nations, that scenario is a real possibility just 15 years from now. The world body is warning about dwindling water reserves, climate change, and overpopulation. Add the three together, and the result is a drastic decline in the supply of water unless more is done to better manage the resource. UN correspondent Liling has the grim outlook.
Water, a resource often taken for granted. But in India, this commodity carries with it an increasingly high price.
We get water from the tankers and don't know the quality or source of the water. Of course, we filter the water before drinking it. But the people who don't suffer from stomach ailments. We have hair-related problems.
The South Asian country is facing a water crisis as its population grows, and the nation could see its supply halved within 2 decades.
The water bodies need to be revived, they're deepened, widened, their capacity must be improved, and a woodland must be maintained around them to ensure a fresh purity of water.
But this isn't just India's problem. Around the world, a global water crisis is brewing. A new UN World Water Development Report warns the planet will only have 60% of the water we need by 2030, while water demand will grow 55% by the year 2050. Population growth means escalating demand for water in the consumer, agriculture, energy industries, just to name a few. But it isn't just population growth putting a strain on water resources. Climate change is also a major factor, as scientists expect that weather patterns would continue growing more erratic. Take, for instance, this snowstorm in late March in what is technically springtime in New York. Sea levels are contaminating ground reserves with salt water, while intensive crop irrigation, uncontrolled release of pesticides and chemicals into water sources, and a lack of wastewater treatment capabilities are adding to the growing water deficit. The UN report calls on governments to balance supply and demand in the long term, including through better water management in industry and the recycling of wastewater, or run the risk of an imminent global water crisis. Liling, CCTV, New York.